Alright, Brakti Yahweh, Slakia. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim, Stakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shimon. This one's going to be entitled, We're Waiting for the Kingdom for Our Glory. This is inspired because, you know, recently you have a lot of these other groups out there. They're putting together rap videos. They're putting together all these different sorts of things that have really nothing to do with the scriptures, but they're trying to masquerade it as it does, right? Like, most recently, I'll be the Sakari camp. They had a video. I think they were saying, we them niggas, we them niggas. They was chanting, we them niggas. Well, as the scripture says, thou sayest, right? You guys are being a bunch of niggas in the video, trying to mingle this word with the things of this world. And it's like oil and water. Oil and water don't mix. You know, they have two different densities, right? Water's more dense than oil. Gravity separates the two. It's the same thing with the world, all right, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mixing Yahweh Shah. If you truly a servant of the Lord Yahweh Shah, you're not going to be mixing his word, this thing, with the cares and affairs of this world, because they do not mix, right? And you have these guys calling the higher out there, the ICJC, same shit, worldly type shit, and just like, you know, just things. When I say worldly, I mean like a Christian sort of church, a so-called Christian, plantation Christianity, trying to mingle it with the scriptures. A lot of these, and wait a minute, the scriptures in the book of Isaiah says, none shall want her mate. You're not supposed to be mingling our philosophy, our wisdom, our Sophia, all right, with another wisdom out there. Remember, two women ain't supposed to be lying together, all right? So you can't be mixing wisdoms. And, you know, the only time you could, you know, kind of agree with another form of saying or something you've heard or philosophy you've heard is, Slakia, I'm back. The only time you should be sort of, you know, saying things, a philosophy or something you heard, is if it complements first and foremost the scriptures, right? Because that's our bread and butter, the scriptures. But these guys, what they're doing is they're putting that other shit out there first before the scriptures, you know, putting rap videos and, you know, trying to put that on the pedestal, you know, trying to use that, I guess, to bring men in. But at the end of the day, we're not here to be rappers, right? The scripture says the spirit of the prophets are subjects of the prophets. We're here to be prophets first and foremost of the Lord. All that worldly shit, all that other shit to try to seek your own vainglory, that's not what a man of the Lord mindset should be, all right? A man of the Lord's mindset should be that what? Focus on the prophecies, right? That's in the book of, well, Second Peter's the 3rd chapter, all right? What sort of manner of personal mindset we ought to be in? And that's in all holy conversation, man. You know what I mean? Look, if you into rapping, brother, shit, even into some worldly shit, and as long as it's not going against the laws, well, that's your business, man, all right? You don't fucking flaunt it on Front Street and try to mingle it with this truth. That's not something you should be doing, man, all right? We know that. Why? Because of our parents, the apostles and elders. You see? Our parents don't do that shit, so we're not going to do that shit, which proves a lot of you guys that broke off from Great Millstone, you're just rebellious children. You know what the scriptures say about that, right? Stone their ass in the book of Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter. You know? These guys are just rebellious children. They broke off before truly getting any sort of real understanding on the scriptures, all right? And a lot of them, you know, they fade off eventually and become reservoir dogs, okay? But a lot of them also gain a large cult following, man. You know, like Sakari, right? Sakari got a bunch of people following him, man. So, but guess what? The Most High sets up men to gather his sheep, but he also sets up men to gather the goats, right? So them guys out there, how do we know that they're... I'm not saying everybody under the banner of Sakari is not of the elect or these different camps, but I'm saying a majority of them that follow these different ideologies out there, you're putting yourself in a great detriment, because these guys are out there trying to seek their own glory. When the scriptures tell you, look, man, our glory is going to come in the kingdom, man. There's no need for us to be fucking doing rap videos and trying to get a guerrilla Hebrew battle award from the fucking, what's that, the Hamitic culture debate thing. You know, we're not out here to get no awards and shit from this world, man. You see what I'm saying? You get your daily bread, you're in and you're out. Your first and primary thing should be this knowledge, man. Okay? But we all pushing out the... But no, wait a minute. y'all trying to be slick because y'all want. A lot of them. I'll give you an example. A lot of these guys will probably have dreams of being a rapper, but was never really given the audience or whatever to get their music heard or what have you. So what they'll do is they'll say, you know what? I got a bunch of following in this Hebrew Israelite thing. All right, let me try to make that my platform. You know, maybe I can find other dudes out. So that's what they're trying to do, man. And it's not even like these guys are singing spiritual songs, man. These guys are we them niggas and the same sort of grimy demeanor that any nigga in the world will have, they have. When the scriptures tell us we're supposed to put off the superfluity of knowledge, that we're not supposed to be coming in that spirit anymore, that worldly shit. Well, that shit should be in the past. That should disgust you. All right, but a lot of these guys that don't disgust them, they actually miss it. They want to, you know, throw themselves back into that lifestyle, you know, which is off. You see. So this was just a quick one, man. Look, we're gonna get our glory in the kingdom of heaven. That's the first and foremost. That's our main investment. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, as the Lord Yahweh Shah said. Then all these things could be added on to you, man. All these riches you're chasing, you guys are chasing the woman. And let's be real, that's what you guys are doing it for. You guys are doing a lot of this shit you're doing that's outside of the scriptures, all right, for some sort of notoriety or glory, all right. To what? To get the validations of those in the world. You see? Hey, man, that's how come this guy Tazariak out there, and now see how the spirit got me going on in. That's how come this guy Tazariak out there, when he deals with this dude that be catching him up in a lot of traps, Sarnetta, all right? Sarnetta catch him with the traps because Sarnetta know you're the type of dude that care about how people see people's views, all right? That's how come when he asks you, does God make homos? Oh, man, I don't want to seem like I'm in the homos. Nah, God does not make homos. Man, just follow the scriptures, man. Zaya speak, y'all more obedient than Satan? Yeah, we more obedient than Satan. Come on, man. You see, why? Because these guys care what the world think of them and perceive them, man. All right? They're always trying to seek some sort of validation from the world for some first and foremost instead of the Lord Yahweh Shah. You see? All right, so that was a quick little one. I'm, you know, on the way to camp. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Chakodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Melson, which are well. Salutations to the whole elect out there. You Akim to Zadakim that do this thing that most truth and sincerity. Shalom.